Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you my day 2 Galway Festival preview. Before we get into those selections, just want to quickly say that at the current time of recording and making this video, just before 5:30, the majority of our tips are still set to go in the Galway Festival. So we don't know how we've done on day 2, but from our glorious Goodwood selections, we've had a good day. We had a few winners over there, so we've come out with some profits. We had a good opening day as well of the Galway Festival, and fingers crossed we can continue that good form into day 3. But let's get straight into the business end of things. And our first tip tomorrow, it's going to see the return of the jumpers. They're all jumpers tomorrow, so really looking forward to seeing all these races tomorrow. And the first race is a listed novice hurdle, and I think the very man here could be the one to beat for Davy Russell and Gordon Elliott in the colours of Jigginstown. 13-8 with bookmakers at the moment. This horse has won his last 3 starts, and he was quite a convincing winner, even though he did have to be driven out at Roscommon over hurdles last time out. He can go on testing ground as well. There's meant to be some rain at Galway tomorrow, so I think the ground will get softer again. It's currently yielding to soft at the moment. They had quite a lot of rain there on Monday, and it was quite testing for the horses. But yeah, I think if the rain does come, he's definitely going to be suited by the ground. To be fair, he is quite versatile, but I think some of the other horses, they might not like the ground, and he's going to have race fitness on his side too. I know the Willie Mullins horse probably will be his main market rival, but I think the very man is the one I would want to be on side with here. And I think this horse has got a strong chance of going well tomorrow. So that's going to be our first tip. We then go to the 5:15 with Barrington Court for Mark Walsh and Jesse Harrington in the colours of JP McManus. You can currently get this horse at 6-1 with 4 places. Now this horse was a promising horse in bumpers, and it just took him a little bit of time to get going over hurdles. But over hurdles in his last few starts, he's really come to the fore, or she has, I should say. She's actually a mare. Now she's actually won 2 of her last 3 starts over hurdles. She won earlier in the year at Punchestown on heavy ground, and like I said, if the rain does come tomorrow, that's definitely going to be a positive. The fact that she can handle conditions. She won on her reappearance last time out, and I think she'll come forward even further for that. She makes her handicap debut off a mark of 125, which means she will have to give a bit of weight to some of her rivals tomorrow, but I think she's a classier mare than some of her rivals, and I'd be disappointed at 6-1 if she couldn't go close. And Jessica Harrington's team, they've been in good form ever since the resumption of lockdown. They've been obviously having more success on the flat, but they can do very well their jumpers. She's the top jumps trainer in her own right. She does well on both codes, Jessie Harrington. And for me, Barrington Court at 6-1, I think that's not a bad price at 6-1 each way. And like I said, I'd be disappointed if she couldn't go close, that mare. We then go to the 5:45 of a horse called Hand in My Pocket for Rachel Blackmore and John McConnell, currently 4-1. I'm just going to recommend a win-only bet. Now this horse does make its hurdles debut tomorrow, but from what we've seen so far, it's been quite encouraging from this horse running in bumpers. Finished second at Mazzaro earlier in the year, and then won at Bellewstown last time out on his first start since lockdown. But I think there's a lot to like about this horse tomorrow. Again, it's going to have the fitness edge, has shown a good attitude, and at 4-1, I think with some of the other horses in here going to be needing the run, that fitness edge might just come in, and I'd be disappointed if Hand in My Pocket wouldn't go quite close. I know it's quite a competitive race, obviously a lot of unknowns, but I think Hand in My Pocket has solid credentials to run a good race, and I think the 4-1 won't be there tomorrow come post time. I could see this horse shortening up, maybe going off maybe 5-2. 9-4, I could see it shortening up a little bit. We then go my Longshot, which runs in the 6:15 with a horse called Mazzaro, and I thought at 20-1 he was quite a big price for Tom McCourt and Dara O'Keefe. Now this horse actually has a great record at the festival, won here last, ran some good races here at the festival in the past, and then last year won at the course on soft ground in October, and it's got some good form and testing conditions. And even though he didn't run a great race last time when he finished 7th at Roscommon, I think that was just a pipe opener really, and I think he'll come a lot forward for it. Tom McCourt's horses have been running okay, and this horse has got a good record at the track. And even though, yeah, for some people he might be a little bit high in the weights, I think he's got a bit more to come really, and he still might have a little bit more improvement. And 20-1, I think that's a fair each way price. You can get 5 places with quite a lot of firms, and for me, Mazzaro, I'd be disappointed again if that horse couldn't give us a good run for our money. It's then the Galway Plate Time, a great race that I love in the summer, and it's in the 6:45 tomorrow it is, and I'm going to be going with Snugsborough Benny here, currently 14-1 with 6 places, trained by Liam Cusack, who's had a winner, doesn't have too many runners, but he's 1 from 4 in the last fortnight. And Dennis O'Regan, who rides this horse many times, has ridden this horse many times, is but for the ride. Now this horse won at the Galway Festival a couple of years ago, and then finished 3rd in this race last year off a £2 lower mark of 144. But I think this has probably always been the target since the resumption of racing in Ireland. He had a pipe opener round Kilbeggan last time when he did finish, I think he finished 11th out of 12. But he's never really been a prolific hurdler. He's always been a much better chaser. And at 14-1 tomorrow in a race where he's done well in the past, and also as well, a lot of these are going to be needing the run, and I'm not sure about quite a few of these as well, the handicap marks. I know Snugsborough Benny would probably need a career best to win this, but I think he's capable of it. He's been knocking on the door to win a big one, and I think at 14-1 there, he's worth a fair each way bet with the 6 places on offer. So that's going to be the selection there. And then go to the 7:15 with a horse called All the Answers for Simon Torrens, claiming £7 for Aidan Anthony Howard in the colours of JP McManus. Now, I remember we actually put this horse to win up at the Galway Festival last year for Joseph O'Brien. He won off a mark of 113. He's going to be running off a mark tomorrow of 139. But this horse is now, like I said, he's changed hands. But if you actually look back through his form, he's actually quite lightly raced, considering I think he's 9 years old, this horse. But yeah, he's been in and out of the game. But when he has been racing, he's always shown a good amount of ability. He's actually won at this festival before in the past as well in 2016. So it's a track that really brings out the best in him. And with Simon Torrens' £7 claim, that's really going to help him tomorrow. Even though this is going to be his first run for quite a while, that doesn't concern me too much because he can go well fresh. And I just think there's a lot of things in this horse's favour tomorrow. You can currently get 11-2 with 4 places, and with all the right connections and a good record at the course, and still I think in what looks actually not the strongest race on paper, I think he might have still a bit of class to bring to the racecourse, and I would be disappointed if he couldn't go well for us. We then go to the 7:45, and the next 2 selections aren't original, I know, but I just thought they really stood out. And the first one in the 7:45, the mare's bumper there, we're going with Shewearsitwell, currently 6-4 favourite for Paddy and Willie Mullins. They like this race. They've won it twice in the last couple of years. This horse is by Scirocco and has got some nice horses in the pedigree, including When You're Ready Freddy, who's not a bad horse under National Hunt rules. But yeah, the Mullins team, they're in good form at the moment. Paddy as well has been riding well, 4 wins from his last 7 rides. And like I said, Mullins, the Willie Mullins team like to target this race. They actually won with True Self, who's a good mare for them on the flat a couple of years ago. I think she's a listed winner or Group 3 winner, True Self. She's run some good races in Patton Company. I think she's got some black type for him. So yeah, she wears it well. She's an obvious candidate tomorrow, and I don't think she'll run a bad race. I think she'll be there or thereabouts. And then we go with the Paddy Mullins and Willie Mullins in the last race with Zulu Rock, no, Zana Rock, sorry. If I can actually, Zuma Rock, I think, if I can actually read my handwriting. God, I write awful. But yeah, in the 8:15, Zuma Rock for Paddy Mullins and Willie Mullins, again by Scirocco. And yeah, a lot to like about this horse from pedigree. Actually, half sister to Lasta Vegas, who did very well for Willie Mullins. Owes him nothing. Was a good horse for the stable. And this horse tomorrow, she's going to be getting the 4-year-old fillies allowance. This race actually is for 4-year-olds, but she does get the fillies allowance. She's taking on the boys. It looks like they've targeted this race. They're always going to send some of their best horses to the Galway Festival, especially these kind of mares where the prize money is often really good. And yeah, I just think there's a lot to like about this horse. It's not the most interesting selection I've ever put up here. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, 10-11. I just think the horse could be quite difficult to beat, but there could be something that comes out of the woodwork at a big price, which which would be noteworthy. And probably if you want to take on this horse, maybe check what's going on in the market tomorrow. There's some good yards that are represented tomorrow, but I just thought if I had to give a selection, I thought this horse would definitely go quite close, even though it is odds on. But yeah, I think the Mullins team have targeted these last 2 races tomorrow, and I would think that they would be disappointed if both of their fillies tomorrow couldn't go close. But yeah, they're the tips for day 3 of the Galway Festival. Fingers crossed we've had a good day too. But yeah, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel here at LuckyLoaders15 for lots more videos and more content. Also as well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do, where my handle is at LuckyLoader15. And if you want to check out my website, you can do, for a full portfolio of my work, which is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So that's what I've got to say. Please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.